So now, shall we start? I have started the recording from my end. Okay. So let us start now the today's topic. So yesterday we have done with the acceptance, timing of acceptance, place of acceptance, whether the bill can be negotiated without acceptance or not. That also we have done. Types of acceptance we have done, conditional as well as what? Unconditional. And then we also, acha, did you understand this topic? Who may accept the bill? Everyone? Did you understand this topic also? Who may accept the bill? Why payment for honor has not come here? Tell me the answer. Why payment for honor is not here? Anybody can give me the reason why payment for honor is not there? Because payment for honor is not accepting the bill. He is making the payment. Am I correct or not? He is not accepting the bill. He is making a payment. He is making a payment. Everyone clear or not? He is making a payment. Everyone clear or not? He is making a payment. Yes. Now, when we will do that, who may make the payment over the bill? There the payment for owner will come. Yes, very nice, very nice. Shall we start now? Now, what is the next topic we have to start is, when acceptance is excused. Question is, when acceptance is excused. When the acceptance is excused. Now understand. First of all, understand the question. What do you mean by when acceptance is excused? Acceptance is excused means under what circumstances the drawer need not go to the drawee's place for the acceptance. Are you getting the point? Under what circumstances the drawer need not go to the drawee's place for acceptance. Say for example, A sold the goods to the B. Now B has to make the payment or not? B has to make the payment. Now A drawn the bill of exchange and B has to accept it. Am I correct or not? When the A drawn the bill of exchange, whether A has to go to the B's place or not? Tell me. Whether A has to go to the B's place or not? A has to go to the B's place. For what purpose? For what purpose? A has to go to the B's place for what purpose? For acceptance. That is what our question is. Under what circumstances? Our question is, under what circumstances A need not go to the B's place? Under what circumstances A need not go to the whose place? B's place. Everyone clear or not? Right or not? So when the acceptance is excused, under what circumstances A need not go to whose place? B's place. Condition number 1. When drawee is not traceable or cannot be found. Now tell me one thing. If the drawee cannot be found or if the drawee is not traceable, now where will I go? I don't know where should I go. Am I correct? Suppose I am an A and you are B. You are not traceable. You are not found. Do I have to go to your place for acceptance now? Do I have to go to your place for acceptance? Yes or no? No. So first case when I am excused from presenting the bill for acceptance is case number 1, when the drawee is not traceable or drawee cannot be found. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Okay. Point number 2. Point number 2. When drawee is a fictitious person. When drawee is a which person? Fictitious person. Can you tell me what do you mean by fictitious person? Genuine person or fake person? Fake person. When the drawee is a fake person, then also you need not go to his place for presentment for acceptance. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Okay. Point number 3. When drawee is incapable person. when Roy is an incapable person. What do you mean by incapable person? Does he have a capacity to contract or he does not have a capacity to contract? No capacity to contract. Yes, does not have a capacity to contract. Then in that case, we need not go to his place for acceptance. Under this case, acceptance is excused. Automatically, it means bill is honored or dishonored in all these cases. In all these cases, bill is honored or dishonored? Dishonored. Case number 4, when the drawee is dead or insane or insolvent. When the drawee is dead, insane or insolvent. Are you getting the point? When the drawee is dead, I can't go to his place. He is insane. He is a genuine person or unsound mind? Insane means what? Genuine or unsound mind? Unsound mind. Insolvent means what? Able to pay the money or unable to pay the money? Able or unable? Unable. So in all these 3 cases also acceptance is excused. And case number 5, when drawee refuses acceptance on other grounds. On other grounds. Everyone clear? When the drawee refuses the acceptance on which grounds? Other grounds. In all these cases, you need not go to the drawee's place for acceptance presentment of a bill. I hope everyone is clear now with the topic. So tell me the 5 cases under which we need not go to the drawee's place. Tell me the 5 cases under which we need not go to the drawee's place. Case number 1, traceable or not traceable? Not traceable. Case number 2, fictitious person. Case number 2 is fictitious person. Case number 3, capable or incapable? Incapable. Case number 4, DII, dead, insolvent, insane. DII, dead, insolvent, insane. And case number 5, when he refuses on another grounds. Under these circumstances, A need not go to the whose place? A need not go to the drawee's place for the presentment for acceptance. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Am I audible clearly, and whether the screen is also visible or not? Everything is clear to everyone? Okay, great. Great. Chalo. Next question kare. Now, when the presentment for payment is excused, when the presentment for payment is excused, do you understand the difference between the 2 questions? Under first questions, we were not going to the B's place for what? Acceptance. Under the first question, we were not going, for the 5th example, you need an example. Divya, you need an example for the 5th question, 5th part. Okay. Now see, it can be any other grounds. It means any other grounds means what? He's saying that I'm not in town. He's saying that I'm not feeling well. I'm hospitalized. Any other ground. Any other ground means any other reason. I hope now you understood. I'm not in town. I'm not feeling well. Please don't come. My brother's marriage is there. Sister's marriage is there. My wife's second marriage is there. Am I correct or not? I'm getting married for the second time. Corona is there. Anything. It can be any reason. I hope everyone is clear now with the other reasonable grounds. Yeah, it can be personal reason, any reason. Understood? Yes, Divya. Chalo. Now, the first question was under what circumstances acceptance is excused. The first question was under what circumstances acceptance is excused. What is the second question? Second question is under what circumstances payment is excused. What is the second question? Under what circumstances what is excused? Payment is excused. It means acceptance is already over. Now we are going to the B's place for acceptance, or we are going to the B's place for payment? We are going to the B's place for payment. And Under what circumstances I need not go to the B's place for payment? It means again bill got what? Dishonored. What can be those reasons under which you need not present the bill for the payment to the B? Now it is not about acceptance, it is about payment. Acceptance point is different, payment point is different. Everyone clear or not? Right? Chalo. There are like 5 circumstances were there in case of acceptance excuse. There are total 4 circumstances in case of what? Payment excuse. Point number 1. When drawee intentionally prevents for presentment for payment. अब सुनो, when the drawee intentionally prevents for presentment of payment. अब इसको ध्यान से सुनना. Today, what is the date today? 4th July. I was getting ready in the morning. I was getting ready in the morning for going to the B's place to take my payment. Now listen to this question. I was getting ready in the morning for the B, going to the B's place to take my money. Now, when I went outside on my bike, both the tires were punctured. My bike, both the tires were punctured. Okay, I thought that, okay, bike is punctured, let's go in a car. In the car, all the 4 tires are punctured. Bike mein 2 tires are punctured. In the car, all the 4 tires are punctured. Now tell me one thing. I have a CCTV camera. When I saw the CCTV camera, night 12 o'clock, who came to my house and punctured all my 6 tires? Who came to my house? Yes, B came to my house. Drawee came to my house night 12 o'clock and he punctured both the tires of my bike and he punctured all the 4 tires of my what? All the 4 tires of what? My car. Now what has happened? Does he want me to come next day to his place to take a payment, or he is intentionally preventing me? He is intentionally preventing me. Am I correct or not? So tell me, when I know that he only did it, should I go, or I understood his intention? I understood his intention. I need not go for what? I need not go for what? I need not go for the payment. Am I correct? I hope everyone is clear with the point number 1. Everyone is clear with the point number 1. Right? So let us do the point number 2. Point number 2. Shuts his place of business. Shuts his place of business during business day and during business hours. Shuts his place of business during the business day and during the business hours. Now listen to this case carefully. Now tell me, today is a holiday or today is a working day? Today is a holiday or today is a working day? So today is a working day. Now when the today is a working day, now he has intentionally put the shutter down for his shop. He has shuttered down his shop, and that too at 12 noon in the afternoon. Now tell me, 12 noon is a working hour? 12 noon is a working hour? Yes or not? 12 noon is a working hour or not? So during the working hours and during the working day, on the date of payment, the drawee has intentionally shut down his business. If it is Sunday, I can understand. But during the Friday, on Friday, during 12 o'clock, he shut down his shutter. Means what? What is his intention? What is his intention? He wants to make a payment or he does not want to make a payment? Intentionally, yes. Intentionally, he does not want to make a payment. Everyone clear with the point number 2 also? So, shut downs his place of business during business day and during the business hours. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Super? Right? Okay. चलो point number 3 करते हैं. Doesn't appear on other specified place, nor his representative appears during business hours. Now, what do you mean by this case? Listen to this. What do you mean by this case? Okay. He told me that don't come to my shop. He told me that don't come to my shop. He told me come at CCD, Coffee Cafe Day. He told me that come at Coffee Cafe Day exactly 3 p.m. in the evening. 3 p.m. in the afternoon, please come to the Coffee Cafe Day at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I said okay. Now, at 2:45, I reached the CCD. From 2:45 to 4 o'clock, I was waiting. Neither he came and neither one of his representative came. ना तो वो आया ना उसका कोई representative आया. In that case, tell me, does he want to make me a payment or he is intentionally preventing? No owner or his assistant? Yes, neither the owner himself came nor his representative came. ना तो उसका agent आया, ना कोई representative आया, ना वो खुद आया. Now in that case, what will happen? In that case, what will happen? In that case, what will happen? He's intentionally not want me to come for the payment. So these are the three cases under which should I go for the presentment for the payment or should not go for the presentment for payment? Should or should not? Should not. So first 5 cases were non-presentment for acceptance. First 5 cases were non-presentment for acceptance. Now non-presentment for payment. Now let us do the fourth case. When drawee cannot be found. Now tell me one thing. What do you mean by drawee cannot be found? Traceable or untraceable? Untraceable. Now one day before going to his place only news came. One day before going to his place only news came कि Mr. B is completely absconded. Absconded means what? He is not at all in town. He has done the fraud for so many people. He has done the fraud with so many people and now we cannot see Mr. B in town. He is not there at his home. He is completely untraceable. One day before only news came. Now should I go? Should I go or should not? Should not. It means yes, these are the various cases under which the payment for presentment for the payment is excused. I hope everyone is clear with the topic now. Everyone is clear with the topic. So there can be two types of questions: when the presentment for acceptance is excused and when the presentment for payment is excused. So remember one thing, both topics are highly important in the examination. This is when the acceptance is excused and this is when the payment is excused. Everyone clear with both the topics? Now you will see that after the class in the next half an hour, all these notes will be automatically updated on the same file which I have given you yesterday. Okay? All these files will be automatically updated. Everyone clear? Okay? Chalo, let us do the next topic. What is the next topic? The next topic is under which circumstances liability of NI, negotiable instrument, cannot be denied. Under which circumstances liability of negotiable instrument cannot be denied? Matlab, what are those circumstances under which you can't say no? Under which you can't say no about what? You can't say no about what? You can't say no about your liability on the negotiable instrument. Everyone clear? Now look at the question again. Under what circumstances the liability of negotiable instrument cannot be denied? Point number 1. When party has agreed to pay notwithstanding the non-presentment. notwithstanding the non-presentment. Now, what do you mean by this point? Now, look at this point. When the party has agreed to pay, notwithstanding the non-presentment. What do you mean by that? Ki B called me in a very confident way. B called me in a very confident way. He said that, look, Grover, neither you have to come to my house for presentment for acceptance, nor you have to come to my house for presentment for payment. I already give you my words. Notwithstanding any kind of presentment, I will definitely pay you the money. Notwithstanding any kind of presentment, I will definitely pay you the money. Is he promising me to make the payment after presentment or without presentment? Is he promising me to make the payment without presentment or not? Yes, without presentment. In this case, can he deny? In this case, can he deny his liability or cannot deny? No, sir, he cannot deny. So that is what the question is. Now read the question carefully. Under which circumstances the liability of negotiable instrument cannot be denied? The first case is when the party has agreed to pay notwithstanding the non-presentment. Either you present or you don't present, I will definitely pay you the money. This is what the statement he has given. This is what the statement he has given. Now tell me, in this case, what will happen? In this case, what will happen? Do I have to present or need not present? Need not present. The party cannot deny his liability. Everyone clear with the point number 1? Everyone clear with the point number 1? Okay, point number 2. Point number 2. When party after maturity without any presentment, after maturity without any presentment has already made part payment, has already made a which payment? Part payment. Now look at the sentence carefully and tell me, did you understand or not? When the party, who is a party? B. When the party B after the maturity, even though I had not presented the bill for payment, he has already made me a part payment. Did I present or did not present? Did I present the bill or did not present? Did not present. Did he make me part of the payment or not? Out of 10 lakhs, he has already paid the 5 lakhs. Without presentment, he has made the 5 lakhs. It means what is the intention of the party? Does he want to make me a payment or not? Yes, he wants to make me a payment. So can he deny his liability? No, sir. He cannot deny his liability. Everyone clear or not? When party after the maturity without any presentment has already made the which payment? Part payment. B has already made me the part payment. Now can he deny his liability or cannot deny his liability? Cannot deny. It means his intention is clear. He wants to make me a payment. Everyone clear or not? Everyone clear or not? Yeah, because it's a live session, that's why we are going little bit slow. Now it all depends upon you. Do you want the live sections like this or you want me to record the classes and give it to you? Please everyone, please reply. You want the live sessions like this? Okay, so in the live session we can at least, yes, I can read the message. I cannot read the message. Yes. Now I can read the message. Live. Okay, in the live session, the better advantage is we can remove the doubts immediately. Am I correct or not? On the spot, we can clarify the doubts. That is a benefit of live session. Am I correct? Okay, live. Daniel wrote love. You love the live session, huh? Daniel. Okay. Chalo. So we'll go with the live session, and anyways, I'm recording on daily basis, whatever the live sessions. In case you are in need of any kind of backup, let me know. I'll send the backup on your group as soon as possible. Okay. Now I am also in the group. So I'll send you the backup on the group. Okay. Yeah, I can understand, Kirti Priya. Yeah, few people have network issues. So that's what, don't worry. That's why we are taking the backup for recording the classes also. So as soon as you will start clearing your dues, so we will be in a position to provide you the backup also. Right or not? Don't worry, backup is always ready. You need not worry about the classes. I hope everyone is clear now. Shall we proceed? Okay, great. So case number 1, when the party has agreed to pay notwithstanding the non-presentment, and case number 2, when the party after the maturity without any presentment has already made the which payment? Already made the part payment. Everyone clear or not? Already made the part payment. Let us do the third point. Let us do the third party. When party after maturity without any presentment has promised to pay full amount. Can you tell me what is the difference between point number 2 and point number 3, please? Tell me what is the difference between point number 2 and point number 3, please? What is the difference between point number 2 and point number 3, please? Yes. Here they have made me the part payment, or here they have promised me to make the part payment or full payment. In the earlier case, they have made me the part payment, and here he is promising me to make the part payment or full payment. Am I correct or not? So that is the major difference between. Yes, that is a major difference between second and third point. Everyone clear? Right or not? And case number 4, when party has waived his right of presentment. When party has waived his right of presentment. Now, see, all the points are same only. Listen to this, Vamsi, understand. All the points are same only. It is just that this is a way of writing all the points in different manner. In the point number 1, party has agreed to pay notwithstanding the non-presentment. तुम्हें presentment करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Are you getting the point? But that has been told initially, in the beginning only. But in the point number 3, party is promising you in the beginning or after the maturity? In the point number 3, party is promising you in the beginning or after the maturity? After the maturity. Are you getting the point or not? So all the points are having the same intention only. It is just that different ways of doing it. Everyone clear or not? And what is the case number 4? Tell me. What is case number 4? When the party has waived his right of presentment. A party ने मेरे को कॉल करके बोला, I am waiving my right of presentment. मतलब presentment is a right of the B. At the time of acceptance, we have to present the bill for acceptance. At the time of payment, we have to present the bill for payment. But B is saying that, after calling, B said that, I am waiving my right of presentment. What do you mean by waiving my right of presentment? Waiving means what? Do you need to present or no need to present? Do you need to present or no need to present? So why he is saying I am waiving? It means his intention is very clear. He wants to make a payment. Can he deny now? Can he deny now? No, he cannot deny. I hope everyone is clear with our topic number 3 also. So read what is the name of the topic. Read what is the name of the topic. Under what circumstances liability on NI cannot be denied? Case number 1. When the party has agreed to pay notwithstanding the non-presentment. Case number 2. When the party after the maturity without any presentment has already made the part payment. Case number 3. When the party after the maturity without any presentment has promised to pay the full amount of part payment. And point number 4. When the party has waived his right of what? Presentment. Everyone is clear? So what are the 3 topics we have done? What are the 3 topics we are done with? Tell me. What are the 3 topics we are done with? We are done with when the acceptance presentment is excused, when the payment presentment is excused, and 4th one, when the party cannot deny the liabilities on the negotiable instrument. Everyone clear or not? Everyone clear or not? right? Chalo, let us understand one very small topic. Let us understand one very small topic. Sir, what is the name of the topic? The name of the topic is rules relating to presentment of payment. Rules relating to presentment for payment. Rules relating to presentment for payment. Everyone clear or not? So let us understand what do you mean by rules relating to presentment for payment. Now first rule, point number 1, when to be presented. Point number 1, when to be presented. If it is a bill of exchange or promissory note, when shall we go to the dry's place for presenting for the payment? If it is a bill of exchange or promissory note, we should go during the usual hours. During the which hours? Usual hours means what? You can say that normally 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So when to be presented for the payment? If it is a bill of exchange or promissory note, we have to go on which hours? When do we have to go for presentment? Any hour or during the usual hours? We have to go during the usual hours. But when it is check or demand draft, bank working hours. Obviously, when it is a check or demand draft, can we go to the bank at any point of time? Can we go to the bank at any point of time or during the bank working hours? During the bank working hours. Everyone clear or not? Rule number 1, when to present the bill or when to present the check, when to present the promissory note and when to present the demand draft for payment. So if it is a check or demand draft, during the bank working hours. If it is a bill of exchange or promissory note, during the usual hours or business hours. Everyone clear or not? Did you understand the rule number 1? Everyone understood the rule number 1? These are the probable high class MCQ questions what they may ask you in the examination. So remember one thing, that's why I am making you write everything in a bit manner or bullet point manner. I hope you all are understanding one by one. They all are MCQ questions actually. They can become the MCQ questions. So rule number 2. Okay. In case of bill of promissory note, it shall be presented on day of maturity. Now tell me one thing, when do we present the bill? On the day of maturity. Day of maturity is after 3 days of grace or before 3 days of grace? What is the day of maturity? After 3 days of grace or before 3 days of grace? After 3 days of grace, right or not? Now, it shall be presented on a day of maturity. Now, listen to this case, very important. A single day delay will discharge all the prior parties except in case acceptor for honor, where 1 day delay is allowed, but acceptor is not discharged in any case above. Now, this is a very huge point. So, I'm going to give you 2 examples now. Now, A drawn the bill of exchange on B. Look at the example. A drawn the bill of exchange on B. Who is the drawer? Who is the drawee? Who is the drawer? A is the drawer. Who is the drawee? B is a drawee as well as what? Acceptor. B accepted the bill and given back to A. B accepted the bill and given back to A. Is it correct or not? Now A gave it to the C gave it to the D, and D gave it to the E. Who is holding the bill at the time of maturity? Who is holding the bill at the time of maturity? E. Is E a holder in due course? Now, say for example, maturity was for 90 days. It means on 93rd day, E should go to the B's place or not? On 93rd day, E should go to the B's place or not? Yes, sir. E should go to the B's place. But E did not go on 93rd day. He went on 96th day. He went on which day? Did he go on 93rd day or 96th day? 96th day. Now listen to this. Rule says that all the prior parties, can you tell me what are the prior parties? D, C, A are automatically what? Discharged. All the prior parties are automatically what? Discharged, because you cannot delay even for 1 day. You can't delay even for 1 day. All the prior parties are discharged. But I am not saying bill is discharged. Still B and C are liable to each other. Bill is going on between B and E now. Bill is going on between B and E now. But A, C and D all are what? Discharged. All are what? Discharged. Are you getting the point or not? Yeah, Manasa, if the delay is due to any kind of emergency, that you have to see accordingly at that point of time. But there is no particular thing talked about this in the law so far. So that is nothing but the things which are going to take place between the two people. Am I correct? So see, right from the beginning, read the point. A single day delay will discharge all the prior parties. Are you able to see what I am underlining? A single day delay will discharge all the prior parties. Are you getting the point? So even if the single day delay Mr. E will do, all the parties will be automatically what? All the parties will be automatically discharged. All the parties or all the prior parties? All the parties or all the prior parties? Prior parties. Still the bill is going on between whom and whom? Still the bill is going on between whom and whom? B and E. But can you read the next point? This rule is not possible in case of acceptor for honor, except in case of acceptor for honor, where 1 day delay. Now tell me how many days it is written? Where 1 day delay is allowed. In case of acceptor for honor, 1 day delay is allowed. In case of acceptor for honor, 1 day delay is allowed. Are you getting the point? But what is written? Acceptor. But acceptor is not discharged in any case above. Are you getting the point or not? So tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. What is the interpretation? In normal cases, 1 day delay allowed or not allowed? Tell me, in normal cases, 1 day delay is allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. 1 day delay is not allowed. Are you getting the point or not? 1 day delay is not allowed. Correct? But in case of acceptor for honor, in case of acceptor for honor, do you all remember acceptor for honor? 1 day allowed or not allowed? 1 day delay is allowed. Are you getting it? But acceptor or drawee is discharged or non discharged? Is not discharged. In any case. In any case. Everyone clear or not? In any case. Everyone clear or not with the rule number 2? Right or not? Okay. Now, this is what rule number 1 and that is what rule number 2. Everyone clear with the rules for the presentment for payment? Yes. Now, what is the rule number 3? Listen to this carefully. Tell me, what is the, if it is a check or demand draft, what is the validity? What is the validity of check or demand draft? Validity of how many days? 90 days. What is the validity of checks or demand draft? Validity of 90 days. So you have to present the check and demand draft in the branch at least 90 days, within those 90 days. If you are going after 90 days, the check will not be accepted because check is inactive check, stale check or dormant check. Everyone clear? So this is a check and demand draft. Validity of how many days? 90 days. Okay. Tell me, if the place is specified, tell me, if the place is specified, then the check must be presented for payment at which place? If the place is specified, then the presentment for the payment of check or anything shall be, that specified place only. Right? Presentment shall be done at that specified place. If place is not specified, tell me, if the place is not specified, then do you remember yesterday in the acceptance rules also I told you the same thing. If the place is not specified, then yes, place of business. Then it should be presented at a place of business. And if place of business is not there, tell me. If the place of business is not there, then place of residence. Everyone clear or not? So if the specified place is there, at specified place. If the specified place is not there, place of business. If the place of business is not there, place of residence. Everyone clear or not? Everyone clear? So that brings an end to the rules of what? That brings an end to the rules relating to presentment for payment. I hope all of you understood the rules. So these are known as the rules relating to presentment for payment. Rules relating to presentment for payment. Everyone clear or not? Right? Say yes. If you are saying yes, we can move ahead. If you are saying yes, we can move ahead. Okay. 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 So let us move ahead with the next topic. What is the next topic we have to do? The next topic name is known as discharge of. Discharge of. Now listen to this. There are two things we have to understand. Discharge of instrument, and one we have to understand, discharge of parties. Tell me, are you able to see the screen? What are the two topics we have to learn? One is known as discharge of instrument and one is known as discharge of parties. Are you able to see the screen? One is known as discharge of instrument and one is known as discharge of parties. अब इसको ध्यान से सुनना. Now, when the instrument is discharged, what do you mean by discharge? First of all, give me the example or give me the meaning of the word called discharge. What do you mean by discharge? Tell me, what do you mean by discharge? What do you understand by the term called discharge? Discharge means what? All are liable or not liable? Discharge means you are liable or not liable? Discharge means you are liable or not liable? Sir, not liable. Very nice. Discharge means not liable. Ab suno. When the discharge of instrument takes place, it means discharge of all parties. Are you understanding the point? Discharge of instrument means discharge of all the parties comes to an end. When the instrument is discharged, all parties are also discharged. But when the parties are discharged, does it mean that instrument is discharged? when the parties are discharged, does it mean that instrument is discharged? No. May or may not be. Correct or not? Are you understanding the rule which I am writing on the right side? Are you able to see the rules which I am writing on the right side? What is the rule number 1 I told? Discharge of instrument means what? Discharge of instrument means discharge of all the parties. But discharge of parties doesn't mean the discharge of instrument. Everyone clear with the rule? Discharge of instrument means discharge of all the parties. Discharge of instrument means discharge of all the parties. But discharge of parties does not mean discharge of what? Instrument. Discharge of parties does not mean the discharge of what? Instrument. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Okay. Now, which one is a broader concept now? Tell me now. Which one is a broader concept? Is it the discharge of instrument a bigger concept or discharge of parties? Which one is a broader concept? Which one is a broader concept? Broader, bigger one. Discharge of instrument is a bigger concept. Very well said, Mansa. Very well said, Divya. Discharge of instrument means discharge of parties. So that means when the instrument is discharged, parties are automatically discharged. Are you getting the point? But when the parties are discharged, it doesn't mean that instrument is discharged. Everyone clear? Okay. Now, in what circumstances the instrument is discharged? That we have to understand. Case number 1. Payment is made. Case number 1. Payment is made in due course. What is the case number 1? Payment is made in which course? Due course. Do you all remember holder in due course? Do you all remember holder in due course? Now, what do you mean by holder in due course? The one who accepts a bill in a good faith or bad faith? The one who receives the bill in a good faith or bad faith? Good faith. So, what do you mean by payment in due course? Payment in due course means the payment is also made in a good faith. Now, listen to this. When a right payment is made to the right person, when a right payment is made to the right person at right time, when a right payment is made to the right person at a right time without any negligence, in a good faith. Are you getting the point or not? So tell me, what do you mean by payment in due course? When a right payment, correct amount of payment has been made to the correct person at a correct time without negligence, in a which faith? Good faith. That is known as what? Payment in due course. Now tell me one thing. In our example, who goes to the B place always? Who goes to the B place always? Who goes to the B's place for taking the money? Holder in due course case I am talking about. E. Do you remember that in our example, E goes to the B's place? Now tell me, E deserves the money or not? E deserves the money or not? Yes. B has to make the money or not? Yes. On 93rd day or not? Yes. So when the B made the payment to the E on 93rd day, the bill is still pending or bill is discharged? The bill is still pending or bill is discharged? Bill is discharged. It means all the parties are discharged. B is also discharged. He need not pay anything. Nothing is pending. E is also discharged. C is also discharged. A is also discharged. And D is also discharged. Everyone is discharged or not? So that is the reason discharge of instrument means discharge of parties. Everyone clear? When a right person makes the right payment to the another right person at a right time without any negligence in a good faith, that is known as payment in due course. Did you understand the reason number 1? Did you understand the reason number 1? Everyone clear? Okay, let us understand the reason number 2. Cancellation of acceptor's name. cancellation of whose name? Acceptor's name. Now tell me one thing. Who was holding our bill? Now, as per our example, A drawn the bill on B. Right or not? B accepted it. A given to the C, C given to the D, and D given it to the E. Who is the holder in due course? E is the holder in due course. On 93rd day, E went to whose place? E went to whose place? B's place. He came to know that B is his best friend. E came to know that B is his best friend. Now, due to the best friend, E said that I remember you helped me in my past. You helped me a lot in a monetary terms in my past. So, how can I take the money from you? I am cancelling your name on the bill. He took the bill and tear it off in front of everyone. Now, tell me, E accepted B or E cancelled the name of B? Did E take the payment or he cancelled the acceptor's name? Now tell me, E cancelled the acceptor's name. Now B is discharged. A is also discharged. C is also discharged. D is also discharged. E is also discharged. Everyone is discharged or not? सर पूरा बिल ही फाड़ दिया और E के नाम को कट कर दिया. Cancels B's name. Sir, major bill was based on B's payment. Now B is no more liable. It means no one is liable. So discharge of instrument means discharge of all parties or not? Everyone clear? With the example number 2? Okay. Example number 3. Yeah. Everyone clear, right? Okay. Now, next point. Release of all the parties. Now, E did what? E was very happy. As per the previous example, you can see that E was very happy. What the E did? E was very happy. What the E did? E ने क्या किया? सबको रिलीज कर दिया. D, I am releasing you. D said that I am happy because E released me. D told to the C, I am releasing you. C is very happy that D released him. C told to A, sir, I am releasing you. Are you getting the point? Now tell me, everyone is releasing each other or not? Indirectly, all the parties are automatically released. Yeah, सबको release किया. Are you getting the point? Release of one party or release of all the parties? Is it release of one party or release of all the parties? All the parties. Obviously, when all parties are released, no one is liable on the instrument. The bill is automatically discharged. Everyone clear with the third example also? So tell me, what are the 3 examples of discharge of instrument? Payment is made in due course. Cancellation of acceptor's name. And release of which parties? All the parties. Release of all the parties. Now next point. Now everyone just listen. Next point. Now what is the 4th point? Now listen to this carefully. 4th point. Non-presentment of bill for acceptance. Now tell me one thing. I will ask you a very simple question from the yesterday's class. Can a bill be negotiated without acceptance? Can a bill be negotiated or transferred without acceptance? Yes or no? I need an answer. Quick, everyone. Can a bill be negotiated without acceptance or not? Yes, it can be negotiated without acceptance. A gave to the C, C gave to the D, D gave to the E. Now tell me, whether E is a responsibility to get it accepted or not? E's responsibility is to get it accepted or not, to make it a valid bill. Now E forgot to make it a valid bill. Now tell me one thing. Acceptance done or not done? Acceptance done or not done? Not done. It means the bill was not presented at all for what? Acceptance. All the parties are automatically discharged. Therefore, instrument is also what? Discharged. All the parties are automatically discharged. Therefore, instrument is also what? Discharged. Everyone clear or not? Everyone clear or not? सबको समझ में आया? Everyone clear? चलो, great. So tell me quickly, what are the 4 reasons under which the instrument is discharged? Super clear. Why? Next. Correct. Thank you, Akhila. So, what are the 4 cases? Payment is made in due course. Second one, cancellation of which parties? All the parties, release of all the parties. Second one, cancellation of whose name? Acceptor's name. Cancellation of acceptor's name. And what is the 4th case? Non-presentment of the bill for what? Acceptance. Non-presentment of the bill for what? Acceptance. Everyone clear or not? Everyone clear or not? Clear? Chalo. So this is what brings an end to the another topic called cancellation or discharge of what? Instrument. Everyone clear with the discharge of instrument? So there are 4 cases of discharge of instrument which is there in front of you, right? And we'll do one thing. Tomorrow we'll start with the discharge of what? Parties. We'll start with the discharge of parties tomorrow. Okay? We'll start with the discharge of parties tomorrow. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Okay. So as I already told you, tomorrow holiday, tomorrow holiday. Why holiday? Mohammad Abdul Faizan. Why did you write the word called holiday? Okay. Yeah. I forgot. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? Today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Okay. Sir, yes, I will ask to the management, Tanya. If any class is there, then we'll keep the class accordingly. Okay? Okay? Chalo. See you guys in the next class. And I have already done the recording. Do subscribe the channel and do watch the videos and hit the like button if you all like those videos. Okay? Hit the like button if you like the videos. Do subscribe the channel and watch the videos. There are so many contents which are good for you, right? On that channel. See you guys tomorrow. Or sorry, in the next class. Thank you so much for lending your patient ears. I'll borrow it again tomorrow again. Or in the next class again, right? Thank you so much. Take care everyone. Be safe and sound. Stay at home. Don't go outside. Yeah. I'll borrow your patience again. Thank you. Yeah. Bye everyone. Bye.